Yeah, hi. In this video tutorial, we'll be learning Java user input, Java date and time, and Java array list. Now, the first topic is Java user input. Now, in the user input, the scanner class is used to get user input, and it is found in the java.util package. To use scanner class, create an object of the class that we'll see through a program, and use any of the following available methods found in the scanner. So there are various methods in the scanner class documentation. Now in right now we will do an example. In that we will use nextLang method. Now talking about the method, there are various methods such as next boolean method reads a boolean value from the user, next byte method that reads a byte from the user, next double reads a double value from the integer, next float that reads a float value from the user, next int reads a int value from the user, next lang reads a string value from the user, next long reads a long value from the user, next short reads a short value from the user. Now we'll use some of the method over here. So first program is scanner. Now to use scanner class, create an object of the class. Use any of the available method. Now first I have created a class by the name scanner, and then what it says, after creating a class, use the scanner class. I'm using the scanner class over here, and then I have to create an object of the class. So I'm creating an object by the name my object of the class, and use any of the available method found in the string in the scanner class. So here I am using the method that is nextLang method along with the object. So what it will ask me, it will ask me to enter my user name, and finally it will throw me my username over here, what username I have given. So enter username, I have written the username Abbas, and it has shown me the username is Abbas. So now what is main thing to learn over here? Created a scanner, use the scanner class. Yes, I have used the scanner class. Create an object of the class. Yes, I have created the object of the class, and use all the available method found in the scanner class documentation. So one of the method is nextLang method. As I told you, there are various method also: next boolean, next byte, next double, next float, next int, next lang, next long, and next short. So here I am using a nextLang method. So in this way it will ask me enter username. I have entered, and then username will be printed over here. Now the other program that we'll be doing, that is multiple method, that is here. Now in multiple method, in the example below we use different methods to read the various data type. Now first type, I had created a class by the name multiple method over here. Now here I need to create an object over here. I had created the object, and after creating an object over here, what I have to do, I have to use the method. Here I am using nextLang method. Here I am using next double method over here. NextLang is for the string, and I am using next int method. So three methods we have used: nextLang, next int, and this next double. And here through an object I am using all this method over here. So create a class, create a object, and then after the object use along with the method. So let's see the output. Enter name, age, and salary. Enter name will be, one second, is 35, salary let's say 20,000. So your name, age, and salary has been printed over here. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is Java date and time. It's very simple. In Java does not have a built-in data class, but we can import the java.time package to work with the data to work with the date and time API. The package includes many date and time classes. For example, the classes and the description will discuss. Local date represent a date. In date it will be year, month, and date. That will be YYMMDD format. Local time, it represent a time, and it includes hour, minute, seconds, and milliseconds. That will be HH, MM, SS, and ZZZ. Then local date and time represent both date and time. It includes same year, month, date, and hours. And in the time also it includes milliseconds, seconds, and milliseconds. and date time formatter, formatting for displaying and passing a date time object. Now let's see okay through a program. The program is here, that is date. Now here I need to import the first step. Okay, Java does not have a built-in date, so but we can import the java.time package. So what we have done, okay, we have imported, you can see over here, java.time package. Okay, we have imported, okay, to work with the date and time API. Okay, and the package includes many date and time class. Here okay, I am using okay a local date over here, and again the same way I need to create an object, and then I need to call the method over here. So create a date object over here. So I have created a object over here, and then I am calling okay one of my class, that is local date. I am calling it over here through the object, and then the output will be printed. And what it will be printed okay through the object, that is display the current date. You can see okay the current date has been printed over here. So in this okay we have done okay date ka. The thing that we need to know okay, that Java does not have a built-in date, but we can import the time.java.time package. Here I have imported, you can see over here, to work with the date okay and the time API. The package must include date and time class. Okay, so I am using okay the class over here, local date, okay, and here also local date. This is the class, and along with the object. Then only okay after creating a date object, it will display the current date okay through the object. Now the second program okay, that is time. Here also we need to import okay the local time over here, that we had seen okay in the earlier program. Also we have imported the date, and here okay again I have to create okay a local time ka class and object, and then I have to call the object. Same program, but here we are using time. So now the current time will be printed over here. You can see okay 5:30:16, and that this is milliseconds. Now the other program okay that we are doing, that is array list. Now first we will understand okay what is the array list. The array list class is a resizable array which can be found in the java.util package. The difference between a built-in array and the array list in Java is that the size of an array cannot be modified. If you want to add or remove elements from an array, you have to create a new one. Which elements can be added and removed from an array list whenever you require. The syntax is slightly different. So first we will see add element. The thing will be required, that is add element, access an item. Then we will be required change an item. First we will finish this both. Yeah, add an element. Now for example, to add an element to the array list, you use the add method. Now here I am using okay, you can see dot add okay is nothing but my add method. Okay, through add okay, first I need to call the string over here, that is car. In that Volvo is stored in this okay BMW, Ford and Mazda. I will add okay, it is not stored. I will add okay in all the okay strings over here, and the string okay is the name by the car. So car okay I am using okay add element okay, and in that way okay it will be add okay in my method. Let's see the output. Okay, so this will be add Volvo, BMW, Ford and Mazda. Okay, so in this way we can add okay, use the add method over here by using the add element okay in the array list. Okay, so I had used okay string over here because car okay everything is string over here. So through car okay, by using the add element okay, we have added okay the 4 strings over here. Now second okay, we are using the program that is access an element. Now to access an element okay, we are using okay import java.util array list. Now to access an element okay, use the get method and refer to the index number. Now here array is there okay, string is there, and the name of the variable is car. Okay, in that everything is there. Now if I wanted to access anything okay, it has been accessed, refer to the index number. In Java array, you know the index number start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I wanted to access okay 0, in 0 what is stored, Volvo is there. In 1 BMW, 4 okay will be 2 and Mazda will be 3. Let's see the output okay. So Volvo got printed. Now let's say I wanted to access okay, that is number 1, that is BMW. because 0 was Volvo. So now you can see BMW is access. Now I wanted to access, okay, Ford. So same way you can put the number, you can access whichever you want. Now after access, okay, we require change an item. Then we require remove method. Then clear method. Then we require size. Then we require array. Then we require for each loop. Yeah. So now, okay, we are into a program, okay, that is change an item. Now here also I'm importing, okay, array list. Okay, now change an item, again string is there and car is there. Now I wanted to change, okay, now Volvo is there. Okay, and here also it refers to the index number, but here in earlier program we have used get. Now here we are using set. To change anything, okay, I need to use set. Now you can see over here Volvo is my 0. Now I am replacing Volvo to Tata by using set method over here. It's very simple, just click over here. So now in the first, okay, Volvo was there. Now instead of Volvo, what changes has come? Now the changes Tata has been come. Okay, so it's so simple. Okay, so you can change, okay, by using the set method. Whichever I want to change, I can change it very easily. Now after changing, okay, the next thing that we have to learn, okay, that is remove method. So I'm just closing this. Yeah, in remove method. Now you can also loop through an array list, okay, with for loop. Okay, now here, sorry, here is the remove method over here. Sorry, yeah. Now remove an item. To remove an element, use the remove method, refers to the index number. Here also I have to use the command, okay, that is remove. So all are very simple, okay, only you have to use the method properly. Okay, so remove 0, so Volvo will be removed. So 3 will, like, only 3 things will be printed, okay, that will BMW, Mazda, Ford and Mazda. You can see over here BMW, Ford and Mazda has been printed. Yeah. Then after remove, okay, the other program, that is clear method. It's here. Again I am importing, okay, clear method. Now I wanted to clear everything, so I have to use the command was clear. Everything is the same. I have just used the command, that is method, okay, that is clear method. So I'll just press over here. So you can see in the output it is showing nothing. So it's very simple. Now I wanted to see after clear method the size. Yeah. Now if I wanted to see the car size, okay, to find out how many elements an array list has, you use the size method. So okay, in the complete car string, how much is the size? Okay, the length is 1 2 3 4. So the 4 will be printed over here. You can see over here 1 2 3 4. 4 is the length, 4 is the size. So by using size method, you can see how much, okay, size you are carrying. Then after size, okay, array is there. Array is nothing, this is the loop, okay. Now here also I'm importing over here. Now in the loop, okay, what is there? It will give the complete range, okay, what is stored, okay, from in the car, okay, string. So the complete range, okay, will be printed, that is Volvo, BMW, Ford and Mazda. So it is very simple over here. The same thing, okay, you can do, okay, from for each loop also. This we have done, okay, through for loop, and I had showed you the program for each loop. So I'll just show you first the program of for loop over here. Then for loop, okay, because that was a program of for each loop, in that we have to give the range. In for loop we have to use, okay, like increment, condition and updation, okay. So 0 and I is less than, okay, 4. So 0 is less than 4, answer is yes, Volvo will be printed. 1 is less than 4, then BMW will be printed. 3 is less than, sorry, 2 is less than 4, car will be printed. And Mazda, 3 is less than 4, Mazda will be printed, and then it will come out from the loop. So in this way, okay, all your 4 string will be printed over here, and the output will be shown. The same way this was the for loop, you can do it, okay, from for each loop also. That is here the same program. Here I need to give the range, and by it will check, okay, all the criteria, and then the output will be printed over here. And now we are, okay, 2 programs are remaining, that is alphabetically, that is the sorting. How you use, okay, in Excel, okay, sort, okay, here also we are using the sort, okay. Here the sorting will be alphabetically, which includes the sort method for sorting list alphabetically or numerically. Now we are doing alphabetically, sort an array of list. Now B is the nearest, okay, in the alphabetically sort, okay, F, okay, and then M and V, okay. So in this way, okay, BMW will be printed first. Here I have to give, okay, the range, that is string I, and the complete string I need to call, and in that way, okay, it will be printed alphabetically. Yeah, you can see BMW. Now Volvo has not been printed, it got, okay, printed alphabetically. Same way I want to do numerically also here. So I have to, okay, first use, okay, I have to use the integer data type, okay, primitive data type. So I have to store the integer. So I have to store over here all the integer. Now I have to print, okay, the complete integer through the ascending order. You can see over here 8, 12, 15, everything has been printed in the ascending order. In this way you can use the Java array list. I think you have understood all the programs. Still, if you have any problem, you can always ask me.